Hey everyone, Panasonic has a few announcements today, and even better, there's a little something for just about everyone. First up are two new lenses for the full-frame Lumix S Pro series. We've got one of them here, the 16-35mm f4. There's a focus clutch that enables easy switching between autofocus and manual focus, and the lens also promises smooth exposure ramping through a micro-step aperture control. Now obviously 16-35 is a very wide focal range, but it's a great option for high-resolution landscape shots. But next up we have something S shooters are going to really love, a 70-200mm f2.8. As many of you probably know, this is one of those must-have zoom ranges, so it's a welcome addition to the full-frame lineup. Now it's fully compatible with Panasonic's dual IS2, giving it up to 7 stops of stability on a Lumix S camera. There are 3 function buttons along with a focus distance selector, and the lens is also compatible with Panasonic's 1.4x and 2x teleconverters. Now let's talk firmware updates. There's a lot to cover here, so bear with me. The S1 and the S1R are moving up to version 1.3, and the biggest change here is support for CF Express cards. They share the same form factor as XQD, which the cameras already use, but they can reach speeds up to 300% faster. Now, if you're a Flash user, you'll now be able to use the ProPhoto Air Remote TTL OP and Connect OP, compatibility for which was added to both cameras. If you've adapted lenses with Sigma's MC21 mount adapter, there's also now increased support for body stabilization when using said adapter. Autofocus performance and functionality have both been improved, allowing for autofocus and manual focus to both be used during AFC mode, along with continuous AF support in the creative video mode. Lastly, exposure can now manually be set in the high-speed video mode. The G series also has some updates. Probably most surprising is the Panasonic G9, which has now been given 10-bit 422 internal recording, bringing it much closer to its cousin, the GH5. The G9 will only go up to 4K 30 FPS internally, but it can hit 4K 60 FPS over HDMI. The camera also gains VFR settings similar to the GH5 with 1080p up to 180 FPS and 4K up to 60 FPS. And HLG, the HDR profile, will be added as a color option. And yes, you'll even be able to add V-Log-L through the same optional upgrade as the GH5. There's also some AF improvements, including an animal detect feature. So to finish, yes, there's even some updates for the venerable GH5 and GH5S. The same ProPhoto compatibility that was added to the S1 and S1R have also been added here. And there's improved AF performance here as well, which includes the same animal detect feature from the G9. I've been a big fan of the S series since its launch earlier this year, but with the new lenses, it's really nice to see the system becoming a realistic option so quickly. That's it for Panasonic. I'm Doug with B&H, and I'll see you next time.